السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. مرحبا بكم في قناة ميكسا جيمنج، ونبدأ حلقة جديدة في سلسلة تختيم اللعبة الرائعة والجميلة تراث هوجورتس. والله يا جماعة الخير، محتوى هذه اللعبة ضخم جدا جدا. أنا وصلت تقريبا 40 ساعة، وفي ساعات ختمناها سجلناها في حلقات، وفي ساعات برا التختيم اشتغلت على جزئية المهام الجانبية. شوف الآن كم بقى المهام الجانبية: 1 2 3 4. شيء جبار صراحة. لكن احنا راح نبدأ هذه الحلقة ونبدأ مهمة صراحة محتار هل هذه أو هذه، ولكن خلونا نشوف. يلا خلونا أول شيء نبدأ.
Yeah, mix it in the zone now. Drop in the lobby, we gon' have a blast. Hit that square triangle, winning way too fast. And we're all screaming out the name.
قررت انه نبدأ هذه المهمة. يعني هي مو مهمة، ولكن قد تفتح لنا مهمة، ممكن تفتح لنا مهمة جانبية او رئيسية. لذلك هيا بنا.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
If it's all right with you, I'd rather not say. At least not at the moment.
Understood. We all have our secrets. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
ما شاء الله، بدر من جد الكاس.
I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
بس هذه هي المهمة. شوف شو بيطلع من المهام. هذا هو صح. حدث مع ديك، فضيلك ديك. خلونا نروح بداية فعلية للحلقة. هيا بنا. خريطة العالم. لا والله في ذا. اوكي حطنا هوجورتس يا راجل. لازم نجي عند الخضراء. وين الخضراء؟
Hello there.
اها، ايش السالفة؟ شو ابغى ميت؟
Revelio.
ليش حطوا صورة هذا؟ شي غريب صراحة. يلا يا ميت.
Hello, Armeet. Do I recall you saying that you speak
Armeet.
gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak
بريطانيين
it.
الصراحة.
Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in
اسم
Hogsmeade?
أحمد.
It is.
خلوه أميت.
His name is
عشان-
Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course! How exciting! I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
والله صراحة أنا عن نفسي صراحة ما قد يعني.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me. Being self-taught and all.
اللغة يا أخي الهنود ذول أقسم بالله سلبيات اللعبة وجود هذه اللكنة.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first.
الصوت
So I will meet you there.
يعطي واحدة مع راسه يا جماعة الخير. يعطي واحدة مع راسه. لا ياخذ الدمجة. برع بثر. والله 1900. شكل نركب يا ولد. يلا يا جماعة الخير خلونا نبدأ الأكشن. كم وصلنا الحين في الحلقة؟ لا يا جماعة ما يصير يلا نبغى الأكشن. يلا اركب. ولد. يلا نلتقيكم إن شاء الله عندما نوصل. كان جديد صراحة منطقة جديدة. كيف يخليه يهبط؟ احجد لا تركزون واجد يا جماعة. ايش هذا المكان؟ يا ساتر والله يا رجال على هالجبال هذه ذكروني شو اسمه اللعبة الرائعة والعظيمة الفور.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one. A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Rannrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
بعتقد أنني تلقيت المساعدة من ساحر ومن لديك خيار.
How else did he expect goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Rannrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Rannrock's, renowned metalworker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Rannrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Rannrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Rannrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
وشو ذا؟
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it.
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
مو صعب لكن مشكلته
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return.
أتمنى إنه ما تكون في مشكلة.
I shall see you soon.
أتوقع ممكن نحصل مشكلة. والله شوف الأشياء القديمة اللي هنا بسبب ذاك المهمة اللي كانت تحت التسجيل. طيب اللهم صل على رسول يا حبيبي محمد. وبالنسبة ورد الأرض على هلاك.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
These machines would bring up steam. Interesting.
تعال تعال نتوجه. ما شاء الله أصلا صغير. الله ياخذك انقلع.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
والله كثير مهام.
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether. Descender.
جيد صح؟ اوكي. اهلا اهلا بلايد. اهلا 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 بلايد.
We'll need to get across this gap somehow.
تعال امش امش. انا والله بروح معي شغل فيك.
We need to be careful. As I'm sure you know, not all goblins are as friendly as Lodgok, to say the least.
خليته أزين. حارب وراسه. مشكلة يشوفني هذه اللي قهرني.
Don't see myself doing this sort of thing forever, though. Fancy I'll have my own operation worked out one day. People working for me.
Ranrock is sure to appreciate the extra work we're doing.
أتوقع عندي خيار إني أتفاهم معهم. هم شايفيني ترى.
Where are those plans gone? I had schematics in my hand a moment ago.
Feels like I've been at this for hours. Matter of time till Ranrock sets things right. Oh, pity. It's not right.
Randrock cannot know I was a human. I won't rest. What's a human?
Incendio. Accio.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
رايح انت. تعال انت يا درق تعال. كيف الدور؟
Revelio. We're being watched by a door.
Clever. Ordinary.
اسكت
Let me know
يا
if you see
فضيحة 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 محمودة. ماشيين صعب بس إن نحقق أشياء جدا رائعة وجميلة وأخرتها يجي يخرب عليها. الله يا وخر الله
Revelio.
يقلعك عنه. بل الدرب من هنا ولا من هنا.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
سلام عليكم.
You haven't had mushrooms. You little monkey. Easily died.
Accio. Incendio.
Lucky asshole. I won't rest. You must have a lucky shot. Impressed?
Incendio.
You're weak, human.
Confringo.
It's almost too easy. I won't rest.
بقى واحد. تعال
Incendio.
ياخذ واحد.
I will make you pay.
اضرب. بالي. بس وين؟
Accio. Incendio.
اجلدوه. بعد ما جاء.
You can't stop us.
Accio.
Not quite.
Incendio.
Your spells glance off of me. Was that your best? Pity. Not quite.
Confringo. Incendio. Confringo.
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
I wonder if the boiler powers the lever.
Revelio.
لحظة. اتوقع الدرب من هنا. تعال تعال. كله. تفجير الحارس، المناجم، المناصب استخدام. وين برمودا البرمودا؟ هذا موجودة صح؟ لا.
بومبادا. What are you doing? What is this? What's the other
تفجير الحارس ناصر بيننا الآن يلا
Bombada. How childish. Incendio. One less human to worry about. Bombada. You can't stop us. Accio. That was meant for me. Bombada. I've been fighting since before you were born. You won't stop me.
لا.
You fight about as well as a puff scheme. Bombada. Incendio.
Spells glance off of me.
Bombada. You really not very good at this, are you? Not quite.
Revelio.
وين مع دربه؟ يا الله يا محمد. لا طبعا يمكن الدرب. لا يا محمد احنا جايين من هنا صح؟
Yes, of course. Confringo.
Yeah.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgott what we found.
ساتر. نطلع سالمين ما الدرب يا جماعة.
There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
طيب.
Be quiet.
Bombada.
هنا صح؟ بروتين صح؟ لا يا محمد. بلا ايش دعوة؟ يلا تعال.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
لا والله أنني لست سعيد في وجوده.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight. Please talk about what just happened.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday.
ومع السر وانت تكتب
Without further ado, adieu.
راح ضف يلا قبل يتقفل التسجيل يلا
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Randrock must be searching for the repository.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them.
For what?
I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
يلا يلا يلا. وهنا نصل نهاية هذه الحلقة. لا تنسوا دعمكم باللايك والسبسكرايب والشير والتقشير في قادم الحلقات. في امان الله.
عطنا لايك يا اخي، عطونا لايك يا اخي، عطنا لايك، عطنا لايك. مش منطق يا اخوان، ترى مي بشهاده. انا والله العظيم ما معصب لي ما قد اشوف يا اخي. عطونا لايك يا اخي.